Hi Facebook friends, it's Ketoish Cooking with Corinna. I am going to be bringing to you guys pizza, everybody's favorite, chicken, bacon, Alfredo pizza. This is a new recipe. I posted one, I think back in June, and it had an almond flour crust. This pizza that I'm going to make tonight is even better. It has a coconut flour in it. If you don't like coconut flour, you can absolutely use the almond flour, but it is a slightly different recipe. So I'm gonna get started. Family's hungry. I'm making a few different pizzas tonight, so did a little prep. Pizza's on the menu. And then I have a really quick overnight oats, keto oats, that is really great for breakfast. It's very hearty, it fills you up. And it's a great go-to, very, very low carb. So yay, let's get started. So for our keto pizza recipe, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1.5 cups of mozzarella. So shred that mozzarella. Our big, huge tub of our cream cheese, as always, from Costco. I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons. That's about a tablespoon. Again, I don't measure out exactly, and it comes out perfect every time. So I'm gonna put the cream cheese and the mozzarella in the microwave for 90 seconds. So I'm gonna pop that in there. And then I'm gonna show you guys a few things that I'm prepping for our pizza. So for one of the pizzas that I'm making, I do have some, I don't know if you guys can see, some chicken breast that I've cut up, shredded. You can use chicken thighs to have it be a little bit more fatty. I have some of our bacon left over. So as you guys know, the other night we made some Alfredo sauce with our chicken meatballs. So I'm reusing some of that Alfredo sauce, that leftover Alfredo sauce, for our chicken pizza. I also have some bacon left over. So what I'm gonna do is to cut up some of my bacon, because we're gonna do chicken bacon Alfredo pizza. I take the bacon strips and I take scissors and I just cut it instead of chopping it up. This is super quick, super easy, and we got some bacon for our pizza. I also have some mushrooms because my family loves mushrooms. I also am making a sausage mushroom pizza because just to have something a little bit different. So we have our chicken, bacon, mushroom, Alfredo pizza, and then I made a sausage and mushroom pizza. And the spaghetti sauce, or the pizza sauce I use, is this Rouse. Again, this is a very low carb, low sugar, 2 grams of carbs in a whole 1/4 cup. So this whole jar has 6 servings, 40 calories in a 1/4 cup. It's absolutely amazing, tastes great. So I also have some garlic powder. We're gonna grab our cheese. So this is gonna set up fairly quickly. We wanna get the cheese all stirred in. So we wanna make sure that we're stirring in that cream cheese to our shredded cheese. If it hardens up or you forget to grab it out of the microwave, you can just put it in for another 30 seconds and it's just fine. So just make sure the cream cheese is really incorporated and melted. If the shredded cheese isn't melted enough, definitely put it back in for a few more seconds. So that's good. I measured out 1/3 cup of coconut flour, and I added just a little bit of garlic powder to that coconut flour. I'm gonna pour that on top. Then I beat 2 large eggs, 2 large organic eggs. Just beat those before you put that in the mixture. And I'm gonna just pour that into our mixture. Then I'm gonna take my spoon and I'm just gonna stir that up. It comes together very quickly. And once that egg and that coconut flour is incorporated, we're gonna take that out and just knead it a little bit. You can absolutely make this dough ahead of time and put it in the fridge and let it cool down and come together a little bit more, and then take a rolling pin and roll that out. I like to get to it right away. I usually have hungry kids waiting for pizza right away as well. So you don't have to. So here is again my dough. I'm gonna take that out of here, set that aside, and I'm just gonna put that on a cutting board. So it is pretty sticky. So I do have a little side of water. I'm just gonna put some water on my hands, and then you're able to knead that a little bit more. I did notice the difference between the coconut flour and the almond flour. The coconut flour to me is a little bit, it'll be a medium thickness pizza, not super thin. The almond flour I can roll out right away and get very thin. It doesn't break. This one you might want to, if you want it super thin, because I really like the texture of this. I also like the flavor of the coconut flour. It's not as gritty as the almond flour. Again, I like that nuttiness to it. And if some people don't like that flavor of coconut, I can't taste the coconut flour in here. Again, it's super, it's just a very small amount, just a 1/3 cup. Hi, Tara. Woohoo! So it's just a 1/3 cup, but you want to spread it pretty thin. So I'm just carefully just putting this on parchment paper. Definitely don't do wax paper. Your crust will not come off of that wax paper. You absolutely need to make sure that it is parchment paper whenever you're cooking these pizzas. So I have that pizza spread out. I'm gonna grab my pizza pan, spread it out a little bit more. So there we go. Can you see it? Hi, Ashley. It's absolutely amazing. You can also put some, if you want some additional parsley, or if you wanted a rosemary crust, you can absolutely do that. There's so many different ways that you can make these pizzas. I've made it with goat cheese and a little bit of avocado oil, and then putting some prosciutto on top. After I take that out of the oven, you can put green olives on there. You can put some green peppers, really whatever you want. I've done a margarita pizza with the fresh mozzarella and some fresh basil. That's absolutely amazing as well. There's so many different variations of these pizzas. I'm just making some of my family's favorites. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Corley. So I'm gonna put this into the oven, 400-degree oven, and we're gonna give it about 8 minutes, and then we're gonna check on it. Again, everybody's preference as to how crispy they want their crust. I like mine a little bit darker, just to really hold up and give me a little bit more crunch with all the toppings that I like to add to it. Once we're at about 8 minutes, definitely check it. Take a fork and poke the pizza so it's not puffing up too much, and so it can stay that medium to thin thickness of that crust. So I'm gonna put that in the 400-degree oven. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. But that crust was super, super easy to make. That was really quick. That was really easy. So here is my crust. Doesn't that look amazing? Yum. It's super, super good. So again, this is just the base. You can actually take this and cut it up and have it just be cheese bread, melt a little cheese on there. You can cut this up, and I just want to show you the thickness. Do you see that thickness? It's perfect. Do you see how it's completely holding up? This is not going to break apart when you go to cut it. You can use this as bread. You can use this dough as bread, spread it out, cut it out take even rounds and cut it out and make bread out of this. So if you want to make a sandwich, this is a really good base. So for this pizza, again, I'm going to make a chicken Alfredo pizza. So I have my leftover Alfredo sauce that I just put right back in my Parmesan container to store it. So I'm just stirring that up. I heated that up just a little bit, and I'm just gonna put a really thin layer on my pizza. I like to just have a thin layer so it's not soggy, And then of course you can always add more to it after you're done cooking it, or if you really like Alfredo, dunk it in there after. But I just like to get every little edge of this pizza crust with that. Again, you can get pesto, you can make homemade pesto and have that. My kids like that, a pesto with chicken and bacon or artichoke pizza, which is really great. So there you go, just a really, really thin layer of that Alfredo sauce. And then I'm gonna take my chicken that I just cut up. I did throw it in the microwave for just a couple seconds because we're gonna throw this in the oven, and it's really just gonna come, it's really just gonna heat through and pretty much be done because everything is already cooked. The meat is already cooked on top, so we just need the cheese to melt. So I added my chicken. I'm gonna add some of my bacon to this as well. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. So we have bacon, chicken, and again, not everybody likes mushrooms, but my family does. So I'm gonna add some mushrooms to that. We got lots going on. Nice thick toppings to our pizza. And then I have some shredded mozzarella, and I'm just gonna add a layer of cheese to the top. You can add shredded mozzarella, again, if you want a little bit of Parmesan, fresh Parmesan added to that mozzarella. My kids like really ooey gooey pizza. So look at how thick that is. I don't know if you guys can see. Yum, it's so good. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven. We have our other crust in the oven, bacon. We're gonna pop this in the oven. It'll cook for probably about 5 minutes just to get that nice and golden brown. My oven shut off. And I want to show you my sausage mushroom pizza. Look at that, you guys. Doesn't that look amazing? Yes, Matt, mushrooms, they're so good. So this is the sausage mushroom pizza. So I have 3 pizzas going. Again, I'm gonna have some leftovers for the family here. Do you guys like to cut your pizza in squares or pizza slices? Homemade pizza. Drop a comment below. Squares or pizza slices? We like squares. So, look at that. Oh, it's so good. You guys, you're not missing out. This is super low carb. It's absolutely amazing. I should tell you, the sausage that I got from the butcher. It's just an organic Italian sausage. Not a lot of spices added to it, no sugar added to that. And I just, as you can see, just kind of pieced it off and pre-cooked that before I put that in the oven. Like I said, I like to have everything pre-cooked, assembled, so when I put it in the oven, we're just really melting that cheese and it comes together really nice. This was super quick, super easy to make. Again, that pizza crust took me maybe 10 minutes from the time I started making it in the microwave to the time I took it out to put this pizza together. So definitely try it. It's absolutely amazing. I'm gonna set this over here. My kids are gonna come down soon, grab some. So next, I also wanted to bring you guys really quick some of the overnight oats, the keto oats that I make. Absolutely love it. So I got these really cute, I don't even know what size they are, quarter mason jars. Nice portion size. They're not half pints or too big. So 4 of these came in a pack at the grocery store. So I already made one, so I can show you guys. I'm gonna just open these. Let me get some of my prep out. So, okay, that was a little close. So this is something that you really can make your own. Again, just like just like the pizza. You can really make it your own. Whatever you want to add, you can absolutely add. So I have a lot of stuff over here. Sorry about that. So this is just my version, my family's version of what they like on this. So with this, I usually portion out just so I know how much I'm putting in here. So again, my favorite store, Costco, Hemp Hearts. This whole bag, which is usually pretty expensive at an organic store, was $11.99, I think. It is a 24-ounce bag. I get this at Costco all the time. So it's Hemp Hearts, raw shelled hemp hearts. So it's 170 calories for 3 tablespoons, 13 grams of fat, and 0 carbs. Yes, 0 net carbs, 3 carbs and 3 dietary fiber. So, and 10 grams of protein. So it's really filling. This fills you up. We're gonna add some, so I'm gonna measure out. I'm actually gonna measure a little bit, maybe heaping, tablespoons. 3 tablespoons to each of these jars. Again, give or take. I'm just doing it just in a macro sense, kind of having an idea of where I'm at the end of the day or the start of my day, with how many macros I'm getting in, with carbs, with my fat content. So we have 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts. Then I have coconut flakes, unsweetened coconut flakes. So this has 2 net carbs for a 1/4 cup. I'm not gonna use a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon for each of them. You guys can add more or less, how much ever you want, into each container. Next, I have my favorite Lily's dark chocolate. Who loves this? This is no sugar. This is amazing. So this has, for 60 chips, it has 5 net carbs for 60. Again, I'm gonna measure out 1 tablespoon for each of these. So I would say that's probably about 20, so 1/3 of that. That wasn't a whole tablespoon. There we go. Okay, so we have our Lily's dark chocolate chips, our coconut flakes, our hemp hearts, and then lastly, what I like is pecans. So I chopped up some pecans, and again, I'm gonna measure out 1 tablespoon in each container. 1 heaping tablespoon. And then last but not least, I like my keto cream, guys. You have to try this. So I also can give you guys a sample. I can send you a 5-day test drive of keto cream. Again, you guys can use this for the keto waffles that I made. You can use this in this recipe. This is really amazing. Instead of using the erythritol, which again, you can absolutely substitute out. We have the powdered monk fruit sugar. We have Swerve granulated sugar, powdered sugar. You can do a teaspoon of that into each of these if you wanted to do one of those sugar substitutes. What I like to do is about a 1/4 packet of the keto cream. So this has my 12 grams of fat and 2 net carbs in 1 whole package. So again, I'm gonna 1/4 this out, which I already put a 1/4 into the other one. I'm gonna just dump that in there. So there is our nice mixture. Hi Diane, hi Lori, hi Ashley, hi Sherry, hi Amy. My goodness, I can't see that far away. Okay, so next. So here are our little containers, our little jars. Next, we're gonna take our almond milk, our unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And I'm just going to, so this is for 1 whole cup, 30 calories and 0 carbs. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna fill this up right to that top of that line. So can you guys see that? Perfect. Then I'm going to take my organic heavy cream And I'm just gonna top it off with a tiny splash. Again, it just gives it a little bit more creaminess, a little bit more depth to that flavor. So I'm gonna just do the same to these other ones. Just add a little tiny dash of heavy cream, and then I'm gonna fill the rest up with that almond milk. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the fridge overnight. And in the morning, before you go to work, you're gonna open this up. That hemp heart is gonna have expanded a little bit, just like an oatmeal would. And if you think that if you need a little bit more liquid in there, if it's too dry, definitely add a little bit more almond milk. So I'm just gonna shake that up, get that all incorporated, get those flavors talking to each other. Look at how cute that is. Look at these little jars. You guys, this is gonna fill you up. Seriously. I mean, when I have this in the morning, if I'm not intermittent fasting or if I switch my fasting time around, I'm not eating again till dinner. These are so filling. Just portioning these out just like this, really those hemp hearts really fill you up. Having some of those nuts, and again, don't go crazy on the nuts. Don't go nuts on the nuts. You don't want too much because those do have higher carbs in them. But this is just gonna sit overnight and it's gonna be absolutely amazing in the morning. So I'm gonna grab one of the other ones. Hold on. So I had made this one earlier. If I can open it. And I just wanna show you how yummy that looks. You guys stir that around. And again, you can make this your own. If you don't like coconut, you can add another serving of those hemp hearts. You can add different nuts to that. Really experiment with it. It's absolutely amazing. It tastes so good. I probably shouldn't have dessert before I eat my pizza. But this is a good late night snack too. Very low carb. Again, if you're craving something at night, before or after dinner, you want to have a piece of pizza and you want to have a little treat, just a few spoonfuls of these is going to fill you up and give you that satisfaction of that sweetness. You can also put it in the freezer for just a little bit to have it get a little creamier. That's really good too. So those are a few of my yummy, delicious recipes. So again, the hemp heart overnight oats. Try that. Let me know how you guys like it. Try this pizza out. Let me know. Did you guys comment squares or pizza squares? How do you like to cut your pizza? Pizza pies or squares? I think squares. Definitely comment below, share the video. And again, you're gonna be entered for the drawing that we're gonna have on Friday. So I have some more recipes. We're gonna be testing some things this weekend. I really wanna make a pumpkin cheesecake for you guys this weekend. That is absolutely amazing and perfect timing for Halloween coming up. Also kind of looking at some recipes coming up for Thanksgiving. We'll have some things that will be coming. Hi Crystal, hi Melissa, hi Sherry. We'll have some more recipes coming for Thanksgiving because again, we don't have to have super high carbs at Thanksgiving. We can have some cauliflower mashed potatoes and turkey. We got some good substitutes that will be coming, so definitely drop a comment below what other things you'd like to see. Again, I'm gonna be making a coffee cake coming up here. We still have our chocolate, German chocolate cake that I want to make for you guys because that one is so good. Finally out of our carrot cake in my house. Can't have all this stuff here, so definitely gonna have to have some people taste test it at work. But if you have questions, definitely let me know. Again, if you guys are interested in trying a 5-day of that keto cream, drop a comment below and I'll message you and hook you up with that 5-day of keto cream, and so you can try it for yourself. So, nice seeing you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.